I've been on the board since 2013. I was appointed then. Pam, as you know, my dad started the fund when, as the result of a criminal case brought against a company that had defrauded the city of East St. Louis, the fine and restitution imposed in that case was approximately $7 million, and my dad determined that it would be a much greater benefit to the citizens of East St. Louis to put that fund to use locally rather than sending it to the federal government, where who knows where it would have gone. And as a result of that, he created a board and he created the Greater East St. Louis Community Fund.
Having seen the number of really impactful things that the board has done from the early years, from the restoration of trash pickup that hadn't existed for 7 years, as well as the restoration of 911 service, which didn't exist or had fallen in disrepair, and to the even providing evidence bags for the police officers who had none at the time, to cleanups, and most importantly today, the scholarship and support of youth programs in the city, which the fund has done for 30 years now.
Every time I'm involved in the fund, I would say, is special. It's just such a wonderful thing that the fund continues 30 years after Judge Steele had the vision to found it. And I would say the highlight every year is the scholarship ceremony. I joined as the court's representative in early 2019. We had no idea what was coming. Later, after that, of course, for many years, our scholarship ceremonies had to be by Zoom. But this year, we just were able to be in person again. And it's just such a wonderful thing to see these young people from our area. The courthouse sits here in East St. Louis, and to see those in our community succeed and get these scholarships, to encourage that and to assist them along the way.
My name is Dr. Chris Hubbard Jackson, and I'm a Greater East St. Louis Community Fund Scholarship recipient. I received the fund scholarship when I was working on my bachelor's degree in psychology, as well as my first master's degree.
I first became involved with the Community Development Fund when the late Judge William Steele asked me to be the court liaison after he retired. So that happened, and I became the court liaison, I believe, for about 4 years. The ability to see how it impacted the lives of young folks from East St. Louis with scholarship opportunities. And that was always the highlight, or one of the highlights of the year for me, was the scholarship program where the scholarships were awarded. And the ability to follow the successes of students who received the awards. It's just good to see the good and the progress that the fund has made in the lives of young people from the East St. Louis area.
I wanted to do some things that would help the people of the city of East St. Louis, because the defendant, this bond company, had attempted to, in effect, make a raid on the East St. Louis Treasury, such as it was. And it was so I imposed this fine of $1 million, which of course went to the government, and a special assessment of $7 million. And that we used to, in various ways, help the people, the citizens of East St. Louis.
One of the most important things, in my
mine and I think in theirs is what we're doing today, helping young people move on to get an education and to then become good and valuable citizens in their community.
Because of the financial support and encouragement from the Greater East St. Louis Community Fund, I went on to earn my doctorate, that is my PhD, in Educational Leadership and Policy Studies. I am eternally grateful for the fund and all that it has done for me and other East St. Louis natives, so much so that I have served on the board since 2018.
My name is Peyton Jackson. I'm currently a second-year student at William & Mary Law School, and I have been a recipient of the Greater East St. Louis Community Fund Scholarship since my undergrad years at Claflin University in South Carolina, and now here at William & Mary Law School. The fund support has helped me with my overall financial costs at both universities, and I hope to one day be able to give back to the fund and help other deserving students in East St. Louis and Brooklyn.
My name is Jacqueline Bowens, and I am a recent May 2025 graduate of the illustrious Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee, where I earned my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, and am currently enrolled in a graduate program also at Fisk University, where I'll be earning my Master of Science in Executive Leadership. The Greater East St. Louis Fund is one of the first scholarships I applied to and was able to receive a number of times. This scholarship was able to meet the need of my financial requirements at Fisk University, and I'm extremely grateful not only for that, but for the fact that they are willing to consistently pour into the youth and see the importance of investing into the younger generation. I was also one of the first recipients of the quilt, which I love so much. She is pink and a constant reminder of the support that I have from the Greater East St. Louis Fund. Thank you so much.
My name is Devontae Ford. I'm a recent grad from Texas Tech University. In college, I ran track for 4 years as a collegiate athlete, and I majored in communications. Now, I work in sports media for Flow Sports. The Greater Fund Scholarship helped me in many different ways. It helped take care of me my freshman year and put food on the table, and it also helped me not worry about tuition and things like that. It also gave me time to work on the things outside of school, working on my crafts as an athlete, making sure that I could take care of the business I had to take care of without worrying about funds, and just propelling me for my future. Today, I live in Austin, Texas. I live an amazing life, and it's all thanks to the scholarship.
I am Patience Prude, a freshman mechanical engineering major hailing all the way from East St. Louis, Illinois. I'm currently attending Tuskegee University in Tuskegee, Alabama, and this is my first year as a scholarship recipient. The fund has helped immensely towards my books, supplies, and transportation being 9 hours away from home. I heard about this scholarship through my aunt, who was a former recipient. The staff have been a great help to me, both in the application process and in helping me be selected for the Summer Quest program. This allowed me to stay in Egypt for 2 weeks, which was an incredible experience and really shifted my worldview for the better. I cannot express enough gratitude for being granted such an opportunity. I'm deeply grateful for the fund for the work they're continuing to do with my community. They even gave me a homemade quilt, which is in my dorm as we speak. So thank you again.
Seeing some of the youth and their struggles, and yet they're inspiring, truly inspiring stories of how they've made a difference in their communities or the achievements that they've made and how they've risen above some of those challenges. For me, I find that personally inspiring and rewarding. Seeing also some of them giving back to their community where they grew up makes all the difference, and that's how their lives and those around them are going to really benefit in ways that go well beyond what the fund can do.
Sinai Family Life Center, we would like to thank the East St. Louis Community Fund for all that you do for this community. Thank you.
I am the second longest tenured person with the fund outside of Julie Fixmeyer. I was the first executive director serving in 91 till about 94, then left, and then the judge contacted me and asked me to serve on the board in about 1996-97, and I served till 2012 and came back as the executive director in 2012. It's been a blessing for me. I have witnessed and seen how the fund has impacted the lives of people in East St. Louis. The classic debate in urban communities is, should we invest in the physical environment or should we invest in people? And with my tenure at the fund, I would always come down on invest in people. Our scholarship has helped to finance college education for many East St. Louis and Brooklyn residents, and they have gone on to impact their communities, move on to other communities, and serve in prestigious and important positions, not only in the St. Louis region, but throughout the country. It's been a blessing. I'm honored to serve. Thank you for your support.